Welcome to the Football Friends podcast. It's your boy Gage here, and I'm joined by Paddy and Ash.
Hello.
Kia ora.
How you guys doing?
Oh, pretty decent this week. Apart from, I'm not just telling you how sick I've been during the first part of the week. So it's just, it's decent to not be sick. How about that?
Oh, okay. Right. And you, Ash?
Yeah, good. Busy, but good.
Okay, that's always good.
Life. So
Yeah. Alrighty, well, I got quite a bit to talk about here, to be honest. Have you guys managed to catch much of your preseason matches and stuff like that?
Bits and bobs.
Okay. Does anyone want to go first?
yeah, I can.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because I caught your matches too, Ash, actually.
Yes. So which one's the Sevilla one?
I saw the Sevilla match and also the one you played against the K-League All-Stars.
Yes.
Which was a very cool match. What I found really cool is I didn't even realize this, is that just because of Heung-min Son, the most popular football team in Korea is Spurs. So
yes.
even more popular than Man U, Liverpool, anyone else. So they have their whole preseason tour in South Korea for that reason, and it's a sellout.
Yeah, the amount of support from the general public over there is insane.
I think it's really funny that happens in in Asian countries and stuff. But like the most popular Premier League team here is not Newcastle, for Chris Wood, and it wasn't Burnley before that.
Yeah,
it's always going to be Man U, Liverpool, Chelsea, or maybe City.
Basically those three.
Yeah.
The same happened when Kagawa went to United, Jason Park as well. They had big followings because of where they were playing as well. So
yeah, makes sense.
I start with the K-League All-Stars.
Yep.
The first half they put up a pretty good fight in the first half, the K-League All-Stars.
It was an insane match. I mean, was it 6-3 in the end?
Yes. Yes.
What are you doing?
6-3. It was 1-1 at half time.
Yeah.
Very eventful second half.
And there was maybe 3 penalties.
Yeah, it was.
Hopefully, look, if this is a sign of things to come, I'll be watching every single Spurs game this season.
Well, yeah, we only won one because of an Eric Dyer screamer.
Oh, so good. Such a good goal. Oh my god.
I don't understand your like the most defensive position of an outfield player scores your opening goal. He's the middle of the centre three, and he still made it forward to score a goal. But we know that he's got that in him. So we played a lot of young guys to start with, a bit of a rotational squad, and then at halftime brought on Kane, Son, and so on. And then 6-3 was a bit of a thrashing. So
and man, Harry Kane looks peak, man. He looks on form. His striking is so powerful and so accurate. And he scored that free kick where he kicked it through the wall.
Yeah. So that apparently has something to do with the new set piece coach that I've brought in.
Makes sense.
I like that. I do like when a new coach arrives and he he's like, well, I've worked with this goalkeeping coach or this set piece coach or whoever it is, and it suddenly improves. It also improves whatever it wants. I love that. It's great.
Well, the free kick they did score was he shoots at the wall, but then at the right time, all the Spurs players thin out, move out of the way, and so it went right through the wall and deflected off one of the K-League players into the goal. So it was clearly practice.
Playing geometry with other players.
Yeah, it was like a pull shot.
Yeah, set piece.
Set
piece.
Set piece pool.
Gameplays, like set plays from
It was the Mario
So
special.
it's something we lack. So
I can't remember who it was or what even the teams were or when it was, but I can remember watching some free kick and the player on the team or free kick taker stands on the end of the wall and just sort of pushes the last defender in as he's taking the free kick, and the guy drops it right over his head and it goes in the top corner. But it's like that should be worth 2 goals.
it sounds like something Jamie Vardy would do.
It does sound like something Jamie Vardy would do. I don't think it was Jamie Vardy.
I can picture the free kick when you were describing it. I know exactly the one you were talking about. I don't know who. I remember seeing that free kick.
Oh, it was awesome, yeah. And so then the other game you had was the Sevilla game, right? And it was 1-1. And it was a good match. It was very, very well, a good matchup.
Well, probably exactly what you want from pre-season, isn't it? A decent opposition, a chance to actually keep your shape and, basically do what you want to do in pre-season is play the way you want to play the whole season. So, coming up against a team like Sevilla who are decent and being able to, get into the rhythm of how you want to play the whole season. And the one thing of note from that game was the little bust-up between Son and one of the Sevilla midfielders, I want to say.
Yeah.
And Richarlison getting right in the face of all the Sevilla players, getting ready to throw a punch.
Yeah. Well, this guy, he runs into Son and then sort of starts it with Son, saying, you hit me.
Lifts his arm, lifts his elbow a little bit. Kind of getting your arm up to be back off. The guy was like, "Oh, you threw an elbow," and then Richarlison comes in with his hand ready to punch this guy. It's just
an elbow.
Yeah, it's just nice to see that this could be the Conte change in attitude of being taking a soft team into a hardened team that won't take shit. You look at the Chelsea teams over the last 10 years have always been fighting teams, ready to fight for every inch.
Scrap.
Yeah, and if we add that to our team, then I think we will be very close to those top 2, Liverpool and City.
Didn't Mourinho try that when he was at Spurs? He was
no. He tried to fight the players himself.
No, it was in the documentary. He was telling them I want you to go out there and be fucking cunts.
Be a team of C words.
Yeah. Mourinho didn't do it the right way.
Yeah.
He ended up causing a rift between players, and they just end up fighting themselves. So,
well, I think Richarlison is the right player for that. He is certainly fiery,
He's a shithouse. He's an absolute shithouse.
Just hopefully it doesn't get you any unwanted red cards. That's probably the only thing. But I can't. It's going to be hard seeing. Imagine Harry Kane punching someone in the face. I don't think he has it in him.
He's such a mild-mannered guy, Harry Kane. I could just see him going let's be friends.
So another thing I noticed too was a new position for old Lucas. Seems to be playing wing back now.
So the reports are that Lucas is going to be transformed into a right wing back, and he is 100% on board with that decision. If it means he gets minutes, so he is fully on board to do whatever he has to get into the team. And this is just another Conte move where he takes guys that look like they're ending, coming to the end of their lifespan with the club, or or winding down in the career, and he rejuvenates them into something else. So, and obviously we have confirmed the Spence signing now.
Yep.
That could be a good move, having Spence and Lucas as your right-sided players on that right wing back.
So yeah, Lucas, they're doing a Victor Moses with him.
Yeah, exactly. An Ashley Young move, a Perisic move,
Well, that you have.
Is he going to be asked to defend?
To an extent, well, that right wing back, yes, it does do some defending, but it's more keeping the width more than actual, putting in tackles, isn't it? It's more keeping the shape
and the press. And the thing is,
and he has the press.
He does.
He's definitely a worker in the attacking half.
He will run the whole game, so he's perfect for that.
It's almost playing more of a traditional, right midfielder rather than a right wing or a right fullback.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If he's on board, and like I said, he's a worker, he always has the right attitude, he could easily become our number one right wing back very quickly. So,
imagine saying that 2 years ago. Lucas will be your number one right wing back.
I wouldn't disagree with it.
So wait,
I mean, look, fair enough.
So aside from Spence and Lucas, who are your other right backs? Is it Royale, Emerson?
And Doherty.
Doherty?
Oh, yeah.
Surely one of those is on the way out.
I think both are gone. I think it's going to be Emerson Royale to be the first to go.
Doherty played very well as a wing back when Wolves played with a back three. Like just as they got promoted, like that kind of part. So maybe he might actually fit in a bit better, unless he's just done.
Yeah. Doherty is definitely the more natural wing back. Royale is a right fullback, not a wing back.
Yeah.
So,
It looks like you're just going to trash all.
Which is funny because I think Emerson's sort of best qualities are his attacking qualities. So he's a right fullback who can't defend and apparently can't attack.
He's another Aurier.
He's not only, but he's also probably our best chance to make money out of the sale as well. If we sell Doherty, we're going to get max 5 mil.
Yeah.
You sell Emerson, you get 15 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
So possibly even 25 if we're lucky. Depends on who's coming in for him. So, and it's Levy, so it will come into how much funds we can get back into the club now.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be selling a few because what I've heard, and I mean, it seems like it's true, you have Harry Winks, Ndombele, Lo Celso, and Reguilon are all training with the reserves, and they did not go on the preseason tour at all because they are all gone.
They've been told to find new clubs before the start of the season.
Yeah.
All of them?
Yep. All of those four. It was Harry Winks, Ndombele, Lo Celso, and Reguilon.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Well,
so yeah, you called Reguilon last week, Ash. So that was pretty.
I already knew this. Last week or the week before that Reguilon was done. Reguilon. There was talk he could be going back to Madrid. They have an option for a buyback.
30 mil.
The other one was Barcelona were looking at him as well. But that's probably not going to happen with their financial issues.
Oh no. I have a lot on. I have a lot on that later. Okay. So it's very possible.
Lo Celso is very keen to go back to Villarreal, where he spent last season on loan.
Yep, I heard that too. Yeah.
Unai Emery is keen to have him back, and there's talk that we were trying to use him as bargaining chip for Torres. Pau
Oh,
Torres.
Pau Torres, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
which leads into the things that I discussed last week, that we were still in the look for another centre back. And
Yeah, so
also,
play swapsies.
yeah,
Mm.
and on the swapsies, there is also talk that Ndombele to Roma for Nicolo Zanolo.
Oh, Nicolo Zaniolo. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh wow, it's gonna
Nicola Ravioli.
Yeah.
So
it's
so there's
John
talk
Spaghetti.
that would be a hell of a deal. I mean, obviously it's going to be Ndombele plus a pile of cash because I think
I don't think it would be.
he's worth like 80 mil.
No, because he's only got like a year left on his contract.
Okay. But he
the
is
other talk
incredible.
The other talk was Mourinho was keen on taking Joe Rodon as well, so we could do it 2 for 1.
They could do a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we could do that. We could give Mourinho could have Ndombele and Joe Rodon for
Oh yeah.
and that way he would get the 2 guys he wants. We get another attacking midfielder, and we'd save on wages as a whole. So that's another thing that could happen.
And the last one, I did hear that Winks will probably go to Southampton.
Let's see, yeah, it's been the 3 clubs that keep coming up: Southampton, Everton, and Leicester. And Leicester all depends on whether Tielemans goes to whether they pick up Winks.
Okay, I see.
Where's Tielemans getting linked to?
Either Arsenal or Man U now. But he has also said that he only has 1 year, but he has also said that he's happy to run his contract to the end as well. So it's
one way or another, he's not going to be at Leicester in 1 year.
Yeah. So I'm hopeful.
Does it feel like? Sorry to jump in. Does it feel like that players are running their contract down more often now?
Yes.
Well, they get a better wage package and a better signing bonus. So for the player, it is a better deal.
Yeah.
And it means they get to make the move they want to, rather than relying on 3 parties to make a deal. It's just you and the club you want to go to making a deal.
Yeah, you have more choice.
Yeah.
And if you're good enough, like Tielemans, for example, there will be no shortage. I'm sure that there will be different qualities of offer, but there will be no shortage of clubs wanting him at the end of his Leicester City contract.
Oh, he'll go to a Champions League team. Yeah.
He'll go to whoever he wants.
Yeah, he'll take that next step up. He'll go. Yeah.
He didn't have the greatest season last season, but I mean he's really good. I don't think maybe he's not Real Madrid, Barcelona, City sort of level yet, but he is just under that. And if he does really well this season, then he
could become that.
He's worth about 30 mil, they say.
Really?
At the moment, with 1 year on his contract. So that's
enough.
A decent amount for All right.
Nice.
I suppose
So that's all the Spurs updates I really have at the moment.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Other than that, we're looking good.
You have Rangers next.
Yes, I think. Are we still in Korea, or do we? I think we go back to London and then off to Saudi Arabia or something.
It's crazy these days. You go all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we only have the 2 games in Korea, and then we go home and back.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Absolutely jet setting.
Well, it means we pick up those other guys that are coming. So we'll pick up Longley and Spence.
Yeah.
And then they'll join the pre-season. So at the moment they're just training at the training centre. So
oh yeah, cool.
I like to think that they are literally picking them up. Like the plane lands, and they just get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just there's a train that goes past the Kane train, like stops off and picks them up and carries
Okay,
on.
okay, that's very good.
Yeah.
The Kane train.
Yeah, the Kane plane, and they just jet off.
The Kane plane.
Oh,
Oh man.
the helicopter flies in and picks them up from the training ground.
All right. That's enough hurricane puns.
We have one more.
Oh shit.
The
No,
helicopter.
I don't think I've got any. I'm done.
Oh.
It could be a whirlwind couple of days, so
This
it
will
could
impact
be
your
the
score.
hurricane.
This will impact your score in the game later on.
Oh shit.
All right. Well,
So
I'm happy to go next if you.
Yeah, off you go. And then there we go.
Well, actually, I suppose the first match to talk about is Man U and Liverpool, right? we sort of didn't quite get to it last time.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it was a 4-0. But the first half, I think we scored 3 of those goals in the first half or something. And well, I mean, it was our sort of A team versus your guys' B team, so it's not really much to be taken out of that. But
I'll say this much: three of the 4 defenders who started for us, I had not heard of.
And
who is that Van Dijk guy?
Yeah. Struggling to even pronounce it, mate.
Yeah, so I'm not looking to like rub it in your face or anything, because the third.
Oh, you can give it a little one. How about I'll give you 5 seconds right now to rub it in my face.
No, it's fine.
You're so shit.
Because the third match of the Premier League is Man U Liverpool, so I'm not really.
Is it? Is it at Old Trafford?
Oh shit! Pass. I have to look it up.
Okay,
I can't remember. I think it might be, but
Right, I'll find out.
Well, anyway, so the at least the thing about this was our first preseason match, and it was kind of cool to see what Ten Hag has in mind for his system, and it is already looking miles better than what we were. So, because before we were like a sort of sit deep counter attack kind of team, and I think that's just not. I mean, look, we're not Leicester or Brighton. It's kind of it can only get you so far. I don't think you can win a Champions League with that kind of setup. And Ten Hag's full press is really good. I really like seeing the players running hard and all the stuff. It's going to be a bit of a change because our centre backs now have to cover the flanks. So our fullbacks go forward and the centre backs kind of bunch up and move a lot more horizontally. And that's not going to be good for players like Harry Maguire and slow players. And
slow players.
But
I don't think you have too many slow players left, really, do you?
Sorry, what?
How many players do you have in the squad who you would say are slow? Just Maguire, really?
It's mainly Maguire. Yeah, I mean Varane's pretty quick. Bailly's quick. Lindelof is a little bit slow.
McTominay's slow.
McTominay's also just not that good.
Fred's okay.
Fred's better than McTominay.
Fred's goal in the Liverpool game
was very nice.
It was tasty. Look, you could almost see it. You could almost see him thinking it, like, I can do it. I can do a chip. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and
then he did it to perfection. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice. It was very nice, and then Sancho has played extremely well for our entire preseason, and he is back playing on the right wing, which is just great. It's just really good for our squad because we don't have many right wingers, even though he probably is better on the left. We don't have a left-footed right winger, but he's a very good right winger. So that's kind of good in terms of the squad. He might play on the right, and so I like that. He played very well in that game, scored a nice goal, and so did Martial. And
did Rashford score?
Oh man, I can't remember.
Who scored the first goal?
The first goal was Jadon Sancho.
Oh, that was a nice one.
And then it was Fred.
Do you think Martial is likely to stay?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. No one wants to pay $250K a week.
Yes.
And Like no,
I think he's too good for United to let go. I don't think if United let him go, they can replace replace him with somebody better.
especially if we lose Ronaldo. If we lose Ronaldo and then Martial goes, we literally have no striker. I mean, it's only Rashford, so Martial's definitely staying. I can't.
Don't you have another young striker?
Well, what you mean, like a youth guy, like Joe Hugel or something?
Oh no, somebody similar to Rashford and Martial.
You mean Alanga?
Oh, possibly.
None of them are out and out nines, and I don't think Rashford is either. Rashford can't play with his back to goal like Martial can. He's not. He's better on the. He's better on left wing.
He's a little bit stronger, yeah.
Yeah. So
which is weird to considering how many injuries he's had.
yeah. But look, Martial has scored in every preseason game and looked really good. So I'm happy for him to stay. It looks like we don't have much of a choice. So sort of just stick with it. Why not give him? I was listening to Ian Edwards' podcast, the Soccer Comic Rant, the other night, and they talking about how. Oh no, sorry, I was listening to the United Stand, and they're talking about how Martial has this record of whenever he is not like the first choice. Whenever we sign another striker, someone better than him or someone to compete with him, his form just completely dips. So when we signed Cavani, his form went in the toilet, and when we signed Ronaldo, his form went in the toilet, and all the stuff like. So he needs to be, for whatever reason he needs to be regarded as the first choice. He needs to be our first pick, and that's what makes him play at his best. So it's kind of annoying.
Would you say you're gonna play? So you're gonna play him and Rashford. So it'll be him, Rashford, and Sancho as your front three.
That's what has been.
Is that what it looks like?
That's what it is in preseason at the moment. We are looking. Well, it's probably going to be Ronaldo because I think they're trying to force Ronaldo to stay. So, but yeah, it'll be.
I like the look of it. I like the look of that, and I definitely think Rashford should play on the left.
Agreed.
I think when Rashford played in that Liverpool game, he looked good coming in from the left. And
he looks
even if you played with them both up top, you played two strikers, and it was Mayo and Rashford. Yeah, you were saying you
4-4-2.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Yeah.
If you're going to play four at the back, there's no reason you can't play a 4-4-2 with Rashford and Martial up top.
It's going to be a 4-2. It's going to be 4-2-3-1. That's the formation.
They would give you a lot of options to change in the game to be able to change formations.
Yeah,
if you were starting with 4-4-2.
Well, that's the thing.
I'm just saying.
All three of them swap positions. Like because when Sancho scored that goal, he was on the left side because they swapped, but he was actually playing right wing that whole game. So they swap in all sorts. It kind of, it works. It's working for now at least. And we are supposed to sign another winger. We're looking at Anthony from Ajax, so that would be a left-footed right winger, and that would just add a bit more. A bit more different kind of crosses and stuff like that. So in swingers and stuff, and we're still waiting to see if that deal's actually going to happen. Okay. Also, what else I've got here is that Tyrell Malacia, our new fullback, he played in all of our preseason games, and he has looked really good. It's hard to know if he will take. Who will start, Luke Shaw or him? It's probably still going to be Luke Shaw, but he's certainly, right up there.
Surely it's going to be Luke Shaw. Like he's not going to take. How old's this kid? 19.
20.
Yeah, he's
going
to start over Luke Shaw.
He's really good, man, and his crosses are probably better than Luke Shaw's. I mean, it's hard to know. Either way, they're both going to be competing, and it's good. It's a good problem to have, I think. And so, yeah, very happy with him. Donny van de Beek he did not look good in the Liverpool game or the Melbourne game, but in the Crystal Palace game, he played really well. He came on at half-time and he got an assist. He played really calm. He's playing more attacking midfield, and Bruno is playing more like an 8. So that's interesting. But I think that will actually be Eriksen's position, primarily.
That's so funny to me.
It's weird. The midfield is undergoing a lot of change. So, but yeah. What else have I got here?
It's going to take a lot of like looking at Eriksen in a Man United shirt to just like undo the Spurs shirt in my mind that he wears.
Agreed. That number 23, just the link up play he had with Ali, Kane, Son.
Look, I'm stoked, man. I'm very happy to have Eriksen. We're lucky.
Great signing. It's a great signing.
Yeah.
Anyone who was going to get him, it was a great signing.
I'm happy about that. And then, so what I really like though was some of these young guys we've got. Our youth squad is looking phenomenal because obviously they won the Youth Cup last season, and there's so many good players in that team, like with Garnacho and Hannibal, and now Zidane Iqbal and Charlie Savage have both been playing in like a midfield pair in pretty much, for 30 to 45 minutes of every preseason game. And they have looked amazing, especially Zidane Iqbal.
All of those names sound made up.
Yeah. Well, I think
they are. Is it Zidane Iqbal?
Well, Charlie Savage, right? His dad's what was it? Robbie Savage. Yeah. So that makes sense. But Zidane Iqbal, he looks like he may be he may see the first team this season. He actually might break through because he looked that good in preseason. So
Zidane will play at United.
So very happy with the youth, and so what else have I got? Overall,
well, one you haven't mentioned yet, Lisandro Martinez confirmed.
Oh, well, yeah, I was going to talk about transfers later, but because neither Eriksen nor Lisandro have played yet. That same with like what Ash said. Enough. When we fly back to England, they're going to join up. So
jump on the Scott McTominay bullet train or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Fred Express.
What?
The
Fred Express.
Oh my god. So we won all three. We've already played 3 preseason games actually, and we won all 3. So we beat Liverpool, Melbourne Victory, and Crystal Palace. We did.
They should change their name, really.
Yeah, Melbourne loss.
The Melbourne defeat.
Well, yeah, we did concede a goal against Melbourne Victory in like 3 minutes, and it was because of exactly what I said with Maguire being too slow, and he got caught out and just got ripped by this Melbourne City player, got a 1-on-1 and scored. And
at what point do United cut their losses with Harry Maguire?
They won't. He's the captain still. He's been confirmed as captain for the next season. So not only will he stay, he's going to play every game.
Okay.
Which is, that's dividing the fans, because the funny thing was at the Melbourne game, which is at the MCG.
Booze.
Yeah, he was booed by the Australian fans, which is
not good.
Well, in the end, it was only a small section, and then eventually the main fans, more fans started cheering for him, so they sort of drowned it out. But still, it was pretty interesting. I don't think we should boo any of our players. I think that's the wrong attitude, but I know exactly how those fans are feeling. Maguire had the worst season of his career last season, and a lot of people wanted him replaced as captain. So I get it, but look, there's still a player in there, man. It's only one season, and if he can, this is his last chance, I guess. He has to sort it out this season, or maybe he will be axed. But we paid 80 mil. Like, you can't have an $80 million player sitting on the bench.
I don't think he'll be in the team at Christmas time.
Well,
you don't know how he's played up until Christmas time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see him in an England shirt at the World Cup.
Well,
Well, I mean, what? I mean, why not? What if he's amazing?
I don't think he's good enough to go to the World Cup.
Yeah, but what if he's amazing up until November?
Yeah, I'm just making a prediction now.
Well,
Okay, fine. So your prediction is basically up until November, Harry Maguire will be shit.
It's going to be absolute balls.
well, we'll see. Because the thing we have, it's going to be weird because we've just signed, Lissandro Martinez. So you'd think that it's 50 mil too, which is not cheap. You think that Ten Hag's player that he wants is going to play. So then Maguire has to play because he's the captain. So what? We put World Cup winner Varane on the bench? Like that's weird.
No, play free at the back. Free at the back.
It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen.
Play Varane in midfield.
Well, maybe Martinez will play midfield.
So, okay, there it is. To sort out your striker, because you've sort of got a bunch of sort of forwards who kind of don't know whether they're left, right, centre, and what's going. Maguire, centre forward.
He can't even do that.
Why not? You haven't seen him there yet. You've seen him strike.
I've seen him take long shots.
Him strike.
Makes sense because he watches other strikers go around him all the time, so he should know how to do it.
Well, yeah, maybe we'll see. Well, he has.
And you've seen him strike a penalty.
Yeah, he does hit a good ball. Like he's okay. He's got a lot of power in him.
And he wins headers. I mean, he's not great at sending them in any particular direction, but he can win them.
Yeah.
They did actually change him from left centre back to right centre back. And apparently, they think that's gonna help a lot.
Hey, even the clock is right twice a day. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. There we go.
Even
I'm the Harry Maguire. Right.
Okay. The problem with that analogy is that, but if your clock is out by 1 second, it's wrong 24 hours of the day.
Yeah, so don't have a Maguire clock then.
The thing is, that's because Ash, even when he corrected himself, he still didn't get the analogy right.
Okay. Well, either way, preseasons look really good. We'll see if we can carry this on. Like I said, Liverpool's our third game. That's the first big test. So, yeah, but yep. All right, I've probably said too much anyway. Like, do you want to move on?
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, I don't have like I said, obviously we've only played 2 games, and my viewing of these games has been limited to short highlight videos. And one of these games we've already spoken about, in which sort of 3 different squads got 3 goes at 30 minutes each. Make that make sense. Ash, edit that out. From memory, I think United hit the post a couple of times as well, but I think we might have hit the post 4 times.
That's right. You did.
And United's goals were all bloody sensational. I think 2 in off the woodwork, 1 beautiful chip from Fred. And then we've just played Crystal Palace with Henderson and Salah scoring. Very, very pleased to see Harvey Elliott getting plenty of minutes and looking beautiful and looking just lively. He's taken Sadio Mane's old number 19 shirt.
Oh, okay.
And said that Mane was a big reason for doing that. So make of that what you like. Carvalho's played and looked really lively as well. Quite a similar style of player, I think. Which is good.
Well, I was gonna say because I actually wrote these down as that I thought Carvalho was really good in the Man U Liverpool game. He was very threatening, and he played very well. And then same for Elliott. I have this question written right down here: is Elliott ready for first team? Because it looks like he's definitely close.
He won't start game in, game out.
No,
but he will play a lot. He will probably make um, 15 starts in the Premier League this season. It maybe more.
Okay. Well,
Um,
and I was also going to say that some of the chances you had a lot of chances in the Manchester United game still, and one of them was, well, a few of them were for Darwin. Darwin was actually looking very threatening as well. He did miss an absolute sitter though, which
yes, he did.
which was it was rough. He realized that too and fell over in anguish. And well, that's what I was wondering is like, do you think that is it too much to assume Darwin is just going to slot straight into this team? I mean, usually when you come from Portugal, even if you score 25 goals there or whatever, it takes a minute to adapt to the Premier League.
Yeah, it does, and I think that he will need some time. You know, he's not the finished article, and we can't expect him to be the finished article. That having been said, we kind of said similar things when Mohamed Salah joined, and he basically hit the ground running and didn't stop for 3 years.
Yeah. So
it's entirely possible that he's going to need a month to get his foot under the table, or 2 months, or a whole season, or he could just rip shit and score 20 goals this season easily. I'm just happy to see him. Like, he's been in threatening positions.
Mm-hmm.
He's been taking up good runs, these type of things. And he's awesome. I don't really fear much for him. So yeah, we've only played twice. We have another game, I think tonight.
Leipzig.
Leipzig, and then Salzburg. Then the Community Chest against Man City, which is being played at Leicester's stadium.
Yeah, well, that's
for some reason.
Yeah, well, that's
because
big test,
the women's Euro final will be on.
Oh, true. Yeah, well, I think you have a match the next day as well, which is quite good because you'll be able to play 2 different 11s. So you'll get to warm up both teams. Because, I mean, obviously, like, the Community Shield match is like a full match. You're going to play your full squad, so... Because obviously you want to win the trophy.
A shield.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed so far with our movements and the transfers as well. Obviously, it's gutting to see Mane leave, but that's his time. He wants to go. He wants to do a new thing. So off you go. Nico Williams, after being at the club since he was about 8, left to Forest for 20 million euros, I think.
Decent money.
Which is awesome because we've signed another right back. We signed another right back for 5 million. We got rid of one for 20.
Oh yeah, sweet. Can't go wrong with that.
And then Minamino and Origi obviously gone. Brioch, Ben Davies, Ojo, Ben Woodburn, Reece Williams, and Loris Karius.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
Lol. Yeah. So we've sold or let go 3 forwards, Minamino, Mane, Origi, who were in the sort of first squad last season, and brought in 1 who will be in the first squad.
Well, yeah, you got Darwin, and you've got Cavallo can play.
Cavallo. So
and Elliot being
I think
non-injured and
Elliot being okay. So we've probably through shared time on the pitch, we've probably replaced both players. So I'm not worried at all. And I don't know. I don't really have too much to say. We look. Go on.
I just wanted to mention that we talked about that thing on Facebook the other day. Pep Guardiola the only player left in Pep Guardiola's squad from when he first joined is Kevin De Bruyne. Every other player has gone. And then we mentioned it was almost the same for Liverpool, right? So the only ones we
Yes.
determined that are still there are Joe Gomez. It was Joe Gomez, Henderson.
Gomez, Milner, Henderson, and Bobby.
No, Bobby was actually there just before Klopp. I looked it up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh no! Sorry, you're right. No,
So
yeah, sorry,
Bobby
I'm confusing myself.
So Bobby was in the squad when he joined.
Yeah. So he was like a brand new signing, but
Yes.
joined midway through the season. Yeah. So yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, you got 4 players left. That's probably better than because.
Well, I mean, it's better if we win a league title.
Yeah.
You know, and if you look at the profile, shall we say, of those players, one of them is 37 and has just signed a single year extension. One of them is our club captain, but is 33, and I think he has 2 years remaining. And one of them has 1 year remaining.
Yeah.
And Joe Gomez, I don't know how long he has left on his contract, but he is basically our 4th choice centre half.
What I was going to say though is that, you know, Milner may be 37, but yet again, year after year, he has again won the beep test, whatever the fitness test they do.
But it's effectively a beep test.
Yeah, so he's won that again. Every season he's been at the club, he's won it, and he's still winning it at 37.
You should see, you should watch YouTube videos of it. His arms and legs after running it are disgustingly veiny. It's almost gross.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a freak of nature, and I love him. And he's going to come up a bit later on.
All right. Well, we are running a little short of time here, so because I still have I have tons of things to talk about still.
Well, do you want to pick out 2 that your heart's burning for? Well, and then
I don't know.
We'll go to something else.
Well, yeah. Maybe we'll save the game for next week if that's all right. Because there's a ton to talk about. Well, okay. Quickly, I have some short ones here. I caught a lot of these preseason games are actually streaming on YouTube. So I caught Chelsea versus Charlotte FC today, which Chelsea actually lost. Well, they were winning 1-0, and then they conceded a penalty in the 92nd minute, and it was 1-1. So then it went to penalties, and then they lost 5-3 on penalties because Mendy is not exactly a good penalty goalkeeper, you know.
I think he has been.
It's his weakest his weakest area, I guess. But yeah. But I mean, it's preseason, doesn't really matter too much. But it was just funny. And well, okay, because I was alluding to this before. Chelsea is confusing me because I don't know what formation they're going to play. If they're going to play a back 3, they're going to need to sign 2 more centre backs because they sold Rudiger, Christensen, and now it looks like Azpilicueta is going to transfer to Barcelona. So
that's been the rumor all summer, basically.
But, yeah. But and then
nobody knows.
And then they've brought. Oh no, I saw it on Fabrizio Romano's page earlier, so it actually looks like it probably will happen because because they are going to sign Koundé for 55 million. I think that deal's going to happen tomorrow, maybe. And
they've also signed
Koulibaly, yeah. But even then, they're really short because they only have Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, and Koundé to play 3 at the back every game. That's impossible. That surely they're going to swap 2 at the back, 4 at the back. So I don't know.
You would think so.
And it's very common for teams to not necessarily play the formation they're going to use in the Premier League because they don't want to give away their tactic early, you know, because there's lots of live training sessions and things like that. They don't do a lot of match tactics for that reason.
Yeah, it's true to an extent, but they also want to train the tactic.
Well, they do that behind closed training and not during matches. They do it in other they'll start using it when it gets a lot closer to the season starting, which is only in 3 weeks. But yeah, either way, I don't know what's going to happen there. They're very short on centre backs, and the really funny thing is that they lost Rudiger on a free, right? And do you know why?
Yeah.
Do you know why that actually happened? He
Go on.
He didn't sign a contract because they said he was too old. They didn't want to offer him a 5-year contract or whatever because he was too old or some shit. And he basically said, "Well, screw you guys. I'm going to go to Real Madrid." And then the kicker is they signed Koulibaly on like a 4-year, 5-year contract, and he's
the same age.
He's older. He's way older. He's like 34.
What? He is not.
He's old.
No way he's 34.
How old is he? Oh, come on. It's
not 34, is he?
He's almost that, right?
Google it.
I'm Googling. He is oh, okay, no, I'm wrong. He's 30, he's 31. He'll be 32 soon. Oh, no.
He'll be 34 in 3 years.
Oh no, yeah, okay. He's
at the end of his contract.
He's 31, but he signed a 5-year deal. So, and I think Rudiger's like 29. So it's a bit hypocritical. So
yeah, it's nuts.
But yeah, so that's kind of sad. And then yeah, okay, that's all I want to say on Chelsea though. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. That's weird. And yeah, okay, but then the next one is Everton. So they're in a state, man, because they lost 4-0 to Minnesota United today. And it was 3-0 after 36 minutes. So and basically they nearly got relegated last season. They got
they got relegated from pre-season.
They got so lucky to not get relegated last season. And then they've sold their best player. And the only player they have signed is Tarkowski, who did get relegated. So
yeah, Tarkowski's good. He will improve
he's good.
The defense.
He's good, but I mean, he got relegated as a defender, and Everton nearly did. So it's not going to take much to improve Everton's defense. It's not a high bar. And then dude, honestly, they could be in a serious amount of trouble. This is the time. Like, oh yeah, like look at Leeds. Leeds broke the bank signing replacements to stay up, and Everton have signed one player on a free transfer and sold their best one. If they don't sort it out soon, man, they could be in a lot of trouble.
One, their club is fucking dog shit, and they are going to be relegated because their owner, manager, and like the what we call them, like director of football, are all pulling in different directions. They want to sell the training ground.
What?
They're in financial strife. They are completely going. That who knows if the club will even exist?
Yeah. Well,
they're going to be fucked in the arse. They're going to be relegated.
Yeah, I hope so.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I have. Okay, another thing. This is just a real short one. Did you hear about Sebastian Haller?
Oh.
He has testicle cancer. So
wow.
Yeah, so it's looking like he's going to be out from Dortmund. He only just signed for Dortmund, and then just got diagnosed while in preseason, and it looks like he's going to be out until that's sorted. So yeah, that's so unfortunate, man. Honestly, like, thoughts and prayers.
Wait, can you not play if you have
ball cancer? I don't think so. Well, not if you're doing chemo or whatever. Like, it depends what stage. I mean, obviously not too much has been released about it, but depending on what stage he's in, he could be doing chemotherapy and all sorts, and you can't train. You're not in the state to train or anything like that.
You'd be in agony.
Oh yeah, and you'd be sick all the time, and like, yeah, there's no way he's out for a while at least. But still, that's so unfortunate. Like, yeah, I feel real bad for him, man. That sucks, man. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, I mean, dreadful luck for Dortmund, really. I'm sure there's some insurance deal where they'll, get something because they're not getting Hilaire. But
Well,
yeah, really, really feel for the guy, mate. Ball cancer.
yeah, I know. It sucks, man. But I mean, look, Dortmund are fine. They've actually done extremely well in this transfer window. You know, they got Zula on a free from Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
What a
Good deal.
transfer, man! Holy shit! And yeah. So, man, poor Haller, man, that sucks. Yeah, thoughts and prayers. Okay.
Thoughts and prayers.
So we're sort of running out of time here. So the last thing. Oh, one other thing was Bayern Munich. They signed De Ligt now for 80 mil, who scored an absolute screamer in their preseason game today. A volley. It was amazing. And then got a brutal injury just before the game ended and might be out for the next few months.
Oh.
Unlucky.
You bought a new toy and it won't even go.
Okay, but this is like almost a segment length. Is about Barcelona. So now this story is insane. Okay, so not only is the Frenkie de Jong deal being weird and screwed up, and he still hasn't left, and they want him to go. He doesn't want to leave, but they owe him $17 million in back pay, and
what?
Yeah, well, they made him defer his wages for COVID-19, so that means that they owe him $17 million at the moment, and so it means that his wage goes up massively each season. And that's why they're trying to sell him. Because they think that if they sell him, they'll get out of paying him it. But he's basically said, like, well, if you're gonna sell me, you have to at least pay me what you owe me, which is $17 million. And so,
yeah,
because of that, Man U offered to pay instead of $65 million upfront with 20 add-ons, they changed it to $75 million upfront with 10. And so Barca accepted that.
We won't pay a transfer fee, but we'll pay all of those debts.
Well, they kind of are. They gave him more up front so he could pay him out, but then they didn't. So then they've basically turned around and said, nah. So it doesn't look like he's going to go now. Well, who knows? It's so messed up. They're trying to force him to leave by like playing him out of position and all sorts of stuff, and then so since then. They have signed Lewandowski, Rafinha, and now they're going to sign Azpilicueta. And this is the club that couldn't afford to keep Lionel Messi last season. And they've snaked this deal from Chelsea and Arsenal for Rafinha. They've managed to pry Lewandowski from Bayern for 50 mil or something. And then they're going to get Azpilicueta. I don't know where the money's coming from, man. That seems like they're just laughing in the face of financial fair play.
It's falling out of Gerard Piqué's arse.
Well, they owe him 15 mil or something as well.
Fine, it's going into Gerard Piqué's arse.
And so, because I don't know if you saw earlier, they sold like 50% of their advertising rights or something. So they're having to they sold it for like 25 years. So they're basically selling up all of their club assets in order to fill up Xavi's team, because they think that this is like the second coming of like football Jesus. Like that they're throwing it all at Xavi because I think it's his chance to.
That's extremely ambitious, given that
they're just insane.
Coached half a season.
Yeah, they're totally insane. They're signing all these crazy players, and I mean this also includes Christensen and Kessie on free transfers with big wages, and yeah, like all of that's totally insane. So they've just spent all this money, and now they're trying. Well, they may even. I think Man U should just walk away from the De Jong deal. I think it's completely stupid. It's been 2 months, so
yeah, I totally agree.
So if they don't sell,
find another midfielder and sign him.
Yeah. Honestly, we have to at this point, but.
There are other midfielders who won't cost the stress, and you get to laugh at Barcelona being dumbasses.
Definitely, because they'll get 80 mil or whatever from Frenkie de Jong, But if they can't sell him, they have to pay him the 17 they owe him and pay him 400k a week and for the next 3 seasons or something. So I want Barcelona to suffer now. They've been total assholes in the market this window. And so the thing about this is they're about to sell more of their assets. They're going to sell 15% of their audiovisual rights. And apparently that's going to make like 300 mil or something. But if you sell it for 300 mil on the spot, how much they're going to make a ton off of it, obviously. So this is so bad for the club, man. I don't know how they're going to be able to sustain this. I think this is just...
Is this just not deterring the problem till, 10 years down the track?
Exactly.
When making more money off their rights, and these guys will already be locked into a massive contract and won't be able to do anything about it.
100%. Yeah, exactly. So, they're basically sacrificing...
In 5 years' time, when all the money and the value of everything's gone up, they're still getting peanuts for their rights. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
They would have been better off just grinning and bearing it for another 4 or 5 seasons and then try and rebuild from the bottom up rather than going 100%. Out and getting all these guys in.
And so, right, so I told you they've added Lewandowski and Rafinha. Okay, so I'll now list off all of their forwards that they have to play 3 positions. So they have Lewandowski, Ferran Torres, Ousmane Dembele, who they also re-signed after, I made them a video telling them why they shouldn't. Clearly they didn't listen. And so Lewandowski, Ferran Torres, Ousmane Dembele, Memphis Depay, Braithwaite, Ansu Fati, Aubameyang, Rafinha. And I'm pretty sure there's 2 more youth guys that are supposed to be in there as well.
Luke de Jong.
He's gone. He only had a one.
PSV.
Yeah, he had a one.
He was alone.
Yeah, it was alone. Yeah,
and he scored. He scored on his debut.
He had to go.
Yeah,
but yeah, so they have that was eight players I just listed there, competing for 3 positions, and then like obviously there's youth guys as well, and they're also looking at Bernardo Silva as well, and so man, what the fuck? All of those guys will be on huge wages, and I don't know how if I'm Frankie de Jong, man, I'd be like, get the fuck out of this club, man. They are financially negligent. They are total cowboys. Dude, screw that, man. It's totally fucked up.
Imagine working any normal job and your company is like, you walk into the boardroom office and they're almost literally pissing money against the wall.
Yeah, it's just absolutely absurd. I don't know how they can sustain that many players on those kind of wages, paying those kind of transfer fees, selling all their rights away, and not breaking financial fair play somehow, and just, I don't know, just fucking insane.
Yeah. In 10 to 15 years, Barcelona will not exist.
That would be weird.
Yes. And there'll be some new club.
Yeah. So, all right, man, that's just fucked. I don't get it. That's Barcelona. That's crazy, and that's the thing. So, if maybe they will sign who are we saying for Reguilon, because they don't seem to care. They're just happy to sell their assets now, just to buy players at the cost of their future. And it's just
the only way they can make it all back is by winning everything every single season.
That's what they're betting on, which is
that's what and it's not even for the prize money. It's literally just for the for your name and your face to be out there all the time as champions. Surely all these naming rights, they'll have extra bonuses if you win the Champions League. They get
the Champions League and stuff.
Yeah,
they get X amount more dollars because your brand's worth more, and so that's surely that they've structured the deal something like that. Otherwise, there is absolutely no point in doing that. You've got to have some sort of safeguard there where if you win things, you get more money.
It's such a big risk, man. And like when you look at Real Madrid, who didn't need to sign anyone. Like, you're adding in all of these new players trying to hope that'll win when Real Madrid don't need to add anyone. Like, they're ready to go and they just won it. Like, so usually it's the team that's like already prepared and like that kind of thing. They're not having to learn anything new. Barcelona have a new coach and all the stuff. It's like, I don't know. It just seems like so reckless to me. I don't get it.
Well, no one does. But they probably don't even get it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if
They just like that. I think that they are just on drugs, and they think they're playing Football Manager, and they're just like, if I press this button, a new one shows up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bizarre. Like I said, if I'm Frankie de Jong, man, and they owe me $17 million in wages, I'll be getting the fuck out of there. But everyone wants to stay because it's Barcelona. You know, they have that prestige that every player wants to play cool football for Barcelona.
Yeah, which they're about to lose.
Yeah. God. See, what a crazy man. I'm actually thinking about just doing a whole video on Barcelona, just about this stuff, because it's wild.
A lot of content.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I've fucking talked too much now. We are a little bit over, so yeah. You want to wrap it? You guys want to wrap it here, or
let's wrap it up and put some tape on it.
Okie dokie.
Go for it.
Yeah. So nothing else you want to say before we end?
I want to say Purple Monkey dishwasher.
Okay. That's all good. Okay.
That's all I was saying.
Alrighty, well, thanks everybody for watching, and also thanks to everyone who has watched us, as we have hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, which I'm very happy about.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing. I
100.
Yeah, 100. That's awesome.
100.
Next goal is to get to 1,000. That would be awesome. Can't wait. So that'll only happen if people continue to like and subscribe to the Football Friends podcast and tell their friends and everything like that. We'd be really appreciative.